Yo, what's up, Dan? What's up, Dan? Why can't I go live on Instagram? How things been going, Dan? Losing my mind playing on professional using pistols only. Yo, that sounds hardcore. Is that like a current challenge in the community? Looks like I'm not going live on Instagram today. I'm practicing for a 24-hour stream run and attempt to beat the first 4 games. Yo, that's sick. So are the pistols just making you better overall? Or tell me more about that. Interesting. It does pop it up. All right, good to know. It's definitely a challenge. It limits you to the weaker guns. So then, when you get to the 24-hour one, how to earn 1 crore, what does that read? So does that make you better, Dan, when you get there, when you actually do the challenge? S. Reed, welcome to the channel. I'm a certified financial planner professional. I'm here to answer your questions. It's laying the groundwork. I hit a snafu in the first game, but I'm on track for under 5 hours there. About 2.5 on the second, 218 on the third. Okay. All right, so you could shave that down. If you end up smashing your record or smashing your goal, what is the plan then? Like, say you finish them all in 13 hours. What are you going to do with the remaining time? Okay. Probably jump into the fourth remake or the fifth game and set a challenge for it. I like it. You should do a poll during your channel. What should my challenge for this game be? All right. Looks like I'm not going live on Instagram. That's unfortunate. Oh man, the spam chatters on kick. Let's see here. Oh man, it's interesting. We can watch or listen to anything on the other. On the other. I'm making a quick lunch and getting ready to pack my dinner, so don't mind me. Sounds good, Dan? Sounds good. I got to figure out things to have on the screen. I hope anybody who sees the thumbnail for the stream sees this. I should honestly make this the thumbnail for YouTube. Yo, that's big, Dan. Has it been easy so far or a challenge? Honestly, I've been just having coffee in the morning, then maybe a small lunch, and a big dinner, and then stopping eating. So kind of easy. I like it. As long as you've been feeling good, that means you could probably keep it up. You know what I mean? It's tough when you don't feel good. We'll see what happens at 11. We're pushing a new or a clip out at 11. right, let's see what the news is in the world today. Hey, thanks for the love on the YouTube. All right, let's see what's going on in the world of finance. Markets are up. Ooh, gold is down. Interesting. Gold's actually had a little bit of a rough time here. Let's check it out over. All right, it's still up month over month. It's down quite a bit. Almost $400 from its top. I'm a teenager. What would you recommend me? By the way, first time commenting. Welcome, Eclipse. So there's a lot to unpack in this question. But if I can give you one piece of advice for now and for the rest of your life, it's going to sound super basic, but it's spend less than you make. But the only way you can know you're doing that is by having a detailed budget. A budget is the first step to financial success. There are 5, and that's the first one. So that's the first thing. Have a budget. Understand your money. You might be young. You probably don't have too many things, but you just keep adding them to your budget as you go. That way you have an honest assessment of your money at the end of every month. So from there, you want to build an emergency fund, Eclipse. You're young. Your emergency fund probably isn't going to be much. I recommend 12 months of basic living expenses. And then from there, we get to the fun stuff, which is investing, which might be what you were talking about. If you were talking about investing, that is step number 4. We got to go to step number 3 first, which is goals. You need to have a specific goal for the money with a time horizon and a risk tolerance. All right, I just threw a lot at you. I don't want to go too far. I'm scared by new places and new things and caring for people who don't care for me. That is pretty normal, Eclipse. It takes a long time to grow into the type of person you're going to be. There will be a point in your life where you realize it's not worth giving your time and energy to people who don't give you the same type of time and energy back. So, with that being said, in my life, my actual real life, I have 3 friends. 3 real friends. I have people who I'm acquaintances with, but we give each other, I love them. We give each other as much time as the other. It's just, you know, not nearly as frequently. So your social circle gets smaller. You don't really care about the social stuff anymore. Yeah. I mean, it's a big change as you get older, Eclipse. At least it should be. Friends saw me as an option, not like a friend. If they need help, they would call me first. So you weren't close with all of them. You were kind of like a tertiary part of the group. Find your friends, man. Find your friends. But you definitely just want to go find your people, my man. Go do. When you say teenager, are you a young adult, or are you an old minor? 15. Yeah, you're still super young. Find your group, man. What sort of stuff do you like to get into? Like hobbies and things like that. Find people who have similar hobbies as you. Become friends. Interesting looking at the stocks at 52-week lows. Progressive. Wow. Nvidia, Apple, Alphabet, AMD, all at 52-week highs right now. I don't know. I have a lot of restrictions on me. Like I can't go outside, can't play outside. Yeah, but there's got to be other kids like you, no? Plus, there are people out there who don't care about what you got going on. They just like you for you. All right, you can't play outside, so we'll do. We'll play inside. We'll hang out inside. And another thing, a lot of the people that you know and talk to right now, you will not know even 5 years after high school. You will have no idea. I mean, the internet makes it a little different, but you won't really have any idea what's really going on in their lives. If you recommend me and advice what to do if everything is messed up. So I'm a financial advisor. I'm happy to talk to you about life stuff as well. But just as a human being, just keep going, man. You'll find your people. Find the beauty in being by yourself, as weird as that sounds. And then when you find the people that really click with you, it'll be super obvious. But just worry about you. Become the best version of you. Wake up every day, enjoy being you. Be the best version of yourself you can be, and then you'll find your people. I am going to grab my brush. It's a replay. Yo, what's up, big homie? Where you at today in the world? I'll be right back. I gotta grab my brush. Kentucky currently heading down to Florida. I dig it. I dig it. Day 2 videos, so Saturday videos start tomorrow. We have quite a few of them. It's going to be midnight here, so good night. I wish I could meet you. So can you tell me which country do you belong from if I ever achieve success? I'm in America, baby. I'm in America. Is this a drive you've done before, big homie? Do you ever do new drives anymore, or is it all the same routes now? Hey, no problem. They'll be there. After we're done with all of the... When we're done with all the short videos, we're going to release the full day length videos, so they'll be long. And then we'll eventually do a vlog video of our experience at TwitchCon. Yo, what's up, Melodrama? Your sign has turned digital. It's become AI. I do this for ease. We have to... So I will be ending this stream in a couple of hours. And then I will be starting a stream on a different site with the banner back up. But we needed to make the banner look nice. I was tired of how it looked on the wall. And because it's... man, I forgot the material of the banner. Vinyl. You gotta like heat it up so it becomes smooth. All right, so you don't like the sign. Yeah, let's go, big homie. Yeah, I definitely will. Hold on. You know what? Since we're talking about this right now, where is this thing? This probably won't work, but I'm going to give it a try. Let's see here. Pork and rice for lunch. Chicken and cheesy broccoli for dinner. That sounds pretty healthy. Add a new source. Sign. All right, let's see here. Add source. We're going to browse for this. Ooh, that's big. Hold on a second. You guys probably can't see me here. Give me one sec. All right, let's hide the stream background here for 1 second. Man, I can't change the size of this thing, huh? Okay. Wait, hold on a second. You need them USA colors, bruh? It's coming, it's coming. Give me 1 sec. This sign is gigantic. There we go. Oh man, it's not the right size either. All right, what do we think of that? It's much worse. It's much worse. All right, we're getting rid of that for now. It'll be something like that. It'll be something like that. All right. I think that's it. The side quest was fun. I was wanting to do that anyway to see if I could get it to fit. I didn't. So how's it going, melodrama? What sort of questions you got? What sort of topics you want to cover? Same with you, big homie. Is there anything you just want me to rattle off some information about, big homie? Manual underwriting. So, in short, you have to have on paper, you give a lot of your information. It's actually a lot of the same information that you give to a traditional lender, but you essentially show your credit worthiness without credit, if that makes sense. So you essentially prove to them, yeah, I'm good to pay this off. Not everybody does it. You got to find people who do it, stuff like that. So I apologize, big homie. There's just not a lot of meat on that bone to go down. But they're for people who don't use credit in the traditional sense. That's what I'm gonna do when I buy a house because I have no debt and nothing will ruin my credit in a while. That's definitely not a bad way to go. You're gonna need a decent down payment a lot of the time. They're pretty strict on like 20% unless you could show a crazy ability to pay off. You know, you can always negotiate your terms and all that, but you'll need the 20. Long job history, stuff like that. Gonna see when I pay the main credit card off and my bank will let me increase the amount. I want to get LASIK next year. All right. You could, if you have a good credit history, it's always a more advantageous place to be when it's paid off. But if you have a good credit history, you could always ask now. Yo, what's up, Zen Attack? Welcome to the channel. Gonna wait till the new year hits. All right, I dig that. Yeah, get that sucker paid down. Are you putting money aside right now for the LASIK? Yo, I like that, Eddie. But hey, Zen Attack, to give you some background, I'm a certified financial planner professional, which means I'm a fiduciary. I have to do what's in your best interest. I'm a financial advisor. I worked for 13 years at Vanguard, and I quit my job to help millions of people achieve financial literacy. Well, Dan, you could always start setting the money aside. Okay. You could always start setting the money aside, and then if you don't... no worries, Zen Attack. Then you can always use the money for something else, you know what I mean? Well, I appreciate you coming in, Zen Attack. Zen Attack, Zen Attack. Yep. It could be a tattoo fund. I mean, you could make it your anything fund, you know what I mean? This is where having, for some people, the first goal that they should have is actually a slush fund, right? Maybe not the first goal because they still need to go for retirement and other savings. But when it comes for just spending in life, if you know you have an account and you're just putting aside X amount of dollars per paycheck, that account will build up pretty quickly. And then that could be tattoo money. That could be TwitchCon money. That could be whatever it is. You know what I mean? Zen Attack, Zen Attack. I forgot I added that Patreon thing. Let's go. In case you guys were wondering, Justin Bieber is streaming live right now. Yeah. I feel like celebrities moving on to Twitch is not fair. They don't need the income stream. You know what I mean? At what point financially would it be best to start traveling? Honestly, it's when you feel comfortable. For me, there are people who are going to give you different opinions on this, and we could talk about it. But if we're talking financially, if you have your budget done, you have an emergency fund built up, you have money going towards retirement, and you still have extra money going that you could spend on traveling, that is when. But it would be as you are able to do those things while also working to achieve your future goals. But yeah, the extra things that you want in life, it all comes down to priority, big homie. Because if traveling is more of a priority for you than saving for retirement, you could begin doing it now. You know what I mean? Every person has their own rules and things they live by. There's a lot of countries I want to visit, but none of it means I got to work my entire life. Yeah, I feel that, big homie. I thankfully have never been hit with the travel bug. Don't get me wrong, there are things I'd love to see, like the Northern Lights and some waterfalls, some glaciers, but I don't actually want to travel and go through what it would take to get to those things. if that makes sense. But yeah, if you aggressively save, big homie, this is the other thing too. If you aggressively save, you can still retire as a relatively young man. Like if you went into hardcore mode right now, uh, you could probably retire by the time you're 50. You work on paying down your bills, and then building your nest egg, and then you could budget in traveling while you're retired. You'd have to be super aggressive, so I don't want to feed you false hope. But depending on the type of cuts you're willing to make, whoo, Nelly. Hey, Zen attack. My day is good, Zen attack. My day is good. I'm pursuing my dreams. I got to hang out with my family all morning. I'm not sure how I could complain about anything, you know? Yes, sir, big homie. Yes, sir. And then once you have that, the way you can be aggressive and all that is super cool. I always see videos about buying vending machines or laundromats. They seem like risky investments. They are, but they're limited. Now, laundromats are not limited, or I guess they are limited to your investment. But you, one sec, Shake. Vending machines you can get relatively cheaply, right? If you could see them for like 1,000 or less, and then you got to stock them up and all that sort of stuff and do any maintenance. But those things can make a ton of money. You just got to have good location. A laundromat costs more, but they supposedly make a lot of money as well. I would say it would be much less risky to start with a vending machine over a laundromat. So I'm from India. How can I take an investment from someone? I don't know if you mean steal or what, but don't do it. And I don't know how to steal from somebody. Sorry, bro there. How can I know if I have a balanced enough portfolio as a beginner investor, not making much money a year? This is a great question, Carlos. And I think one of the things that's sort of scary about this answer for people is you won't know until we go through a downturn and we recover from it. Until you've gone through an event like that, you can't know. Like for me, I'm super aggressive. If the stock market lost 90% tomorrow, I'm not phased. I'm looking for money to throw at the stock market. But for you, it's really impossible to know until you go through it. But your life experience is what will teach you your risk tolerance, nothing else. Yes, sir, Carlos. Yes, sir. But I do have a risk assessment for you if you want to take it. It's just verbal. On a scale of 1 to 5, meaning you're willing to miss out on most of the returns of the market because you can't deal with volatility, or a 5, meaning you are very comfortable with the wild swings in the market, maybe even excited for them. That would put you at like a 5. I think most people are truly in the 2.5 to 3 range, whereas I'm a 5. But again, people don't know until later, until they go through something. Say 3 or 4 tops because I'm an immigrant, and to risk it all means risk my whole life in savings. So, yes and no, Carlos. I make no guarantees. But this is how you need to think about things. your investments will likely be there until you die. If you're doing traditional stock, bonds, all that sort of stuff. If something happens that we don't have, but if it gets to the point that our investments are no longer safe, that means the world is in probably a rough spot and that we don't really care about our investments. But I would bet 30 years from now, the market will be significantly higher than where it is today. So it's better to assume the risk, have some emergency fund, and hold tight when things get shaky, right? When the roller coaster goes down, we just close our eyes and we rebalance and take advantage of that downturn. So the 5 steps to financial success are a budget, understanding where your money's coming and going, down to the dollar, down to the penny. An emergency fund. I like 12 months of basic living expenses for people. But then every dollar after that has to have a goal, right? So one thing to think about, if you're investing for retirement for 30 years from now, 40 years from now, why do you care if the stock market goes down the next 10, 20 years, right? But if you do, that's where you have it. So assume the risk, make sure you're allocated in a way that you feel comfortable. And then if and when the market goes down, we have a downturn in the market, you go ahead and rebalance and buy some of that while it's down. Yeah, I appreciate you, Carlos. Thank you. And feel free to join the community, man. I have a free Patreon. We do a private community Q&A every Saturday. Yo, thanks for the YouTube subscription there, Carlos. Appreciate you. I got some wild videos out there, man. If you like conversations. Are you thinking about jumping into a business like that, big homie?